Good evening. My juvenile topic is going to be on juvenile delinquency. This title is given to juveniles that commit crimes that are not classified as adults. They're in that in between age where they really don't understand themselves or the repercussions of their actions, but they do understand right from wrong. To start off, I'm going to state a couple of facts that kind of contribute to being a juvenile delinquent. First of all, it's the family concept. Most of your juvenile delinquents come from a family that has a history of either abusive relationship between the spouse, abusive relationship between the children and the parents, favoritism between one child over the other, or one parent family that the parent is constantly working and no supervision is given to the juvenile, or a separated family where they're constantly fighting over divorce and the child is used as a tactic between one or two of the adults. That's some of the leading factors that kind of contribute to the delinquency of a juvenile, because they do not have that adult supervision and that constant watching over them and a constant leadership and a balance between right and wrong to keep them focused on what they need to be doing. Yes, it is true that a lot of kids do come from parents of single families and broken families that do turn out to be well-rounded citizens. But the majority of them end up being within the penal system or having some problems or run-ins with the law from their actions of not understanding that what they do has serious repercussions on their future, and not only the future, but what they end up being in trouble for right at that moment. The next factor that I'm going to be talking about is about peer pressure. Peer pressure is always going to be contributing to delinquencies of a minor because it makes that juvenile want to try to fit in with their friends. If their friends out there doing something that they don't need to be doing illegally, then that juvenile is going to try to fit in with them, because it goes back to the factors of them not having a family concept, no one to lead them other than their peers and their friends. And if they see them doing something wrong, the pressure is going to be there for them to continue to fit in with them to do something wrong also. And that leads us into juveniles being within a gang. The gang concept makes a juvenile feel like he's part of something. It makes him feel like he's part of a family. And 9 times out of 10, that gang treats that juvenile much better than their family does. It shows them support, it gives them money, it shows them love, where they don't get none of this from home. It's there for the juvenile whenever the juvenile gets in trouble, and they give them that false sense of security. Those are some leading factors that contribute to most of the juvenile delinquencies in the United States. Yes, there are quite a few others, but those are some of the most important ones that I feel like they need to be discussed. And at this time, the United States needs to find out some way of touching bases, of trying to fill out some type of missed void within that juvenile's life to keep them from out of being within the criminal justice system. Thank you. Have a good night.